Rocking now in the forest. Look at this beauty all around me. Ooh, cedars. Cedars are some of my favorite girlfriends these days, you know? No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, oh, look, I'm shirtless too. Is that partial nudity? I don't think so. Because I'm a man, so. Anyway, gotta keep an eye on my stuff. You never know if some of these little squirrels will be trying to steal my chips or something. But anyways, once again, just want to mention, get out in the nature, as much as you can. Uh, this time of year is the best for, you know, getting out into the areas that are more verdant and lush and full with oxygen and refreshment and, you know, everything that's healing and good and energizing. You can see, I think there was bumblebees, as you can see here. There's all the salmonberry flowers blooming, which themselves are edible, which you have to be careful how much that you're eating, partaking of any kind of herb. Just keep track and see what your body responds to best. That's what I recommend. And for best kind of reactions for your own appetite and metabolism and overall well-being, right? But I recommend trying different herbs. For example, I'll show you one right here. It is my body hair. No, I'm just kidding. Right here, there. So basically, all these herbs. This is a beautiful one, very feminine-ish. All these herbs are like, you could say, like the hair of the earth, of the mother Gaia, or it's like the last layer of skin, the exterior of skin. That's the most beautiful layer. It's supposed to be the most beautiful, right? Just like with us humans, we're supposed to have some kind of beauty or allure on our exterior to be attractive. Look at how beautiful that is, eh? So this one I have not tried ever before, so look at the proportion that I'm using, like 1% or a few percent. And then you just get like a taste test of the general feeling, get the aroma, the flavor, the smell, and then okay, I like this or not. You get a sense of how salty it is, sour, and all the properties, right? Oh, excuse me. But anyways, I'm in this beautiful swamp, and I highly recommend people get out into the nature and do things like this here. I'm really bored right now. I'm just kind of just free balling this, and I think that's the best way to do things as well. But here, I'm gonna show you this beautiful, I think it's called they call this not a poplar, is it a poplar tree? Anyway, it's a tree that grew on top of another stump. Wow. See how the roots kind of just like excessively grew around the stump on the proper places to maintain its own, structural integrity and you could say like its own stability in the ground. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can place it down carefully. It may fall after. No, I think that's pretty stable. All right. I didn't try this yet, but there's nothing. So yeah, get into nature, Go have fun. I'll try the other way too, with my left foot. Do I recommend? Oh, here we are back again. Sorry, the camera said it was idling, so I just had to continue this like so. And yeah, I'm just enjoying this beautiful day. I want you to like and subscribe. Oh yes, I'm a hardcore YouTuber. Yeah, I'm gonna make it big. Yeah, I'm like the next. You know, what's one of the best? I don't know. Soldier Boy. Yeah. Nah, just kidding. But you know, so many things in nature I think people are missing out on these days, especially children. So that's kind of why I share some of this information. And I hope, like I use other herbs as well. I don't always want to just show everything that I'm using. Just like, you know, a chef doesn't want to show everything that he's able to, concoct and make. So, yeah, but these things, simple, you know, plants like these, look how fresh these look. Like, illustrious, or what's another good word? Very just pristine, and you can use the whole shoots. They're very neutral. They don't really taste like much, but you can get a kind of minty. I think they're from the mint family. So there's actually, in reality, there are 4,000 plus documented species of mint. That means mints with certain specific, distinct traits that are different from the next species, right? Whether that be the shape of the leaves, or the color of the flowers, and all the certain specs or specifics of each plant. So yeah, salmonberry, I highly recommend using some of this. Very refreshing. Just a little nibble. You don't want to eat too much. It is on the bitter side. It's probably pH of 7 plus. So let's talk about pH. pH is like the potential for the hydrogen to be used, or to be functional, right? Hydrogen, which is just the part that basically allows you to be animated and move, and enjoy the light of the day. The sun is mostly made of hydrogen, right? And all these things, and it's also the part that makes plants and any living creature be chromatic and have different colors, right? And change color. And the color green is the only color that can change into all the other colors, like white. But green is the more universal, how you say, one that converts the colors in the center of each creature or being. So anyways, some creatures are more specific, or more because it's smaller. Like if you compare a tree that's mostly trying to produce greens and oxygen and its own offspring, and its own its own general seeds and proliferation of their own genus. There's a lot of things that people have to look into regarding pH, and it's really an interesting thing, because if your pH is off, what happens basically is your breathing is out of whack, and basically you're not as joyous, because when your pH is imbalanced, your whole body feels less acidic and less inflamed, you could say, because pain is really just inflammation in certain parts of your joints or anywhere in your body, on your skin, etc. So if pH is higher, then you're going to feel lighter. There's going to be less pain. And I'm sharing this because I feel I am a kind of healer. I can heal. You can heal even using color. If you project color for someone that wants and does it consensually. Another thing about consent. Someone that did not consent verbally or by a mental audible cue or visually by a cue or a kind of sign, basically actually don't give their consent. And a lot of the people think that they can just try to quote unquote dominate other people, which is actually, see, in the English language, all these words, dominating everything, they sound fancy, but really they are wrong. And they are wrong kind of like an old fungus that has its tail and spores, in an old log, and it's gonna survive for however long, maybe even 100 years, maybe 200. But the thing is, if it doesn't correct itself in some way, then, or better itself in its conditions and way it's, going about doing things, right? Then basically it will basically degrade and, break down and turn into mush or not much. So I'm really hoping that people stay on the righteous path of doing, choosing what your heart's really desiring, and don't do things in a petty way just because someone is offering you a job or something that's kind of silly. If you're gonna be silly, just be silly, just have fun, go out, play with bubbles, have fun with children, teach them something, plant some, a beautiful garden, and which is really rewarding, I think. I'm just seeing the timer. Yeah, it's really rewarding. That's not the right word. It's really enriching, truly, to grow some of your own stuff, and it's fun to watch. Similar, I guess, to for parents watching their children grow up. It's you can see the step stages and how each plantation, each generation is a little unique and has its own expressions of love and all the purity of living and all the beauty of the flowering and all the processes that plants go through and whatnot. And then of course you get the nutrition, all the benefits of all the minerals, all the vitamins. Once again, vitamins, real. The vitamins in the store, they find in a little capsule. I'm gonna say half real. Those will only do so much. They won't go all the way for you. So this is the way to go. I highly recommend using the fresh greens, the enzymes that are actually activated. And yeah, I guess that's all I really got to say. What else? Oh yeah, I gotta get a editor. Well, I'm just looking around. I can see a little swinging. I think it looks like a web, or like one of those caterpillars. Sometimes they hang around on their silk before they spin their little cocoon, turn into a butterfly, and then flutter around everywhere. Yeah. Go enjoy the beauty of nature. That's what I recommend. Try herbs here and there. Do some of your own research. And I'm sharing this because I have healed myself. I have become stronger. It's not just affirmations. Affirmations do help. When you say, I'm going to, do more exercise, so I will feel better, and I want to look this way. You envision how you want to look, and then you kind of work towards the goal, right? And it's all possible, you just gotta one step at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Really had that philosophy, like stars live millions of years. Not saying humans do or will, but also stop just identifying with one um, kind of classification, like human, or oh, I'm white. No, I'm not. I don't consider myself white. Look at me. My skin is a golden color. Or a golden, even a brown. I have tan on my skin because of the people I've mixed with, or even my dad's Mediterranean mix. There's a lot of Greek. There's Mediterranean. There's a lot of mixing of Turkish people and whatnot. So naturally, our skin tone is a little tanned. Maybe it's just from the intense sun there, right? But what I'm saying is everything is changeable and does gradually change. Some things change very fast, but just make your changes gradually. You want to see each step of progress. Whether you're healing from any kind of disease, or just advancing and learning everything in a certain field of study, or if you're into a hobby of extreme sports, whatever. Just be careful, take one step at a time. That's what I do. I try to learn, like maybe 1 to 3 or 4 new tricks or new moves every time I go on a skate sesh, or just perfect, the moves that I already have, so that I can kind of, get my style like down better, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now. Hope you enjoy the starting of spring. I really feel spring's here. All the birds have, I guess, flown over the border. They're spanning out everywhere, enjoying the cool forest in the north or something. Anyway, I always gotta enjoy the refreshments of nature. That's what I recommend. So get back to me about it, eh? The Conspiracy.